but they're right on the golf course. And I do 30, 60, 90, 120, 180 day, uh, terms with people and never anything shorter than a month. And, it's yeah, really quality, uh, occupants, and they pay a premium, and, it's, uh, it's a lot of paperwork with the lease writing, but I don't care. Uh, I I like it a lot. So it's a hybrid of, uh, regular long-term buy and hold, which I've done for years and years, and short-term. It's a hybridization of those. There's furnished midterm rentals. Yeah, is what they are. And it's a good, market because you can have it vacant sometimes. I mean, maybe even
Right.
like 30 or 40% a year. Yeah, but the wear and tear is just like minimal compared to the people moving their stuff in and out every 6 or 12 months.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Pros podcast. I'm Kristen and I'm here with Matt Vasicek. He is a real estate investor and entrepreneur. We're going to get all into midterm rentals, investing out of state, and a lot more. So thanks for being here, Matt.
Sure. Yeah. Thanks for having me.
So you've done a lot in this space, or you're doing a lot in this space. You have a lot of different plates spinning. You kind of got into this as an appraiser. Can you talk to us about how you got into this industry?
Yeah, I had a friend who was an appraiser during, the, kind of a refinance boom back in the late '90s. And I had owned a house for a few years by this point. And I thought, well, that sounds kind of like a fun industry. And I've enjoyed, being a homeowner and more than I did a renter. And I thought, why not just kind of get into real estate? So, we knew a couple people in lending and a couple, realtors that seemed like they were having a decent life. So I thought, at least get in on a tangent of real estate. And, right away, I was like, okay, this is cool. Then I started to learn how things really work and how to buy right. And because of, knowing what things are worth.
Mhm.
So yeah, but honestly, it really started with, the appraisal practice, which I still have, of course. So
Yeah, and talk a little bit more about that because I'm sure that's helped you as an investor so much, be able to identify hidden gems and all of that. Can you talk about just your appraising experience, how that's been?
yeah, it's been a interesting journey. And, I mean, like everybody else, I worked for somebody else and they trained me, and I learned pretty quickly that it was going to be important to specialize because there's a lot of, anybody could do the cookie cutter work, right? So I began to focus on, unique and luxury properties as soon as I could, reviewing other people's work as soon as I could. And it, the stranger stuff I did, the more I could see that there were some little, pockets of the industry where you could find, like you said, find value, in certain hidden gems. And, it
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
I was more of a consultant before I was an investor. I had friends would say, "Hey, can you tell me about this? And what do you think the rent is on this property?" And so on and so forth. So investing kind of happened on accident after I would help these friends of mine decide whether or not to buy these properties. And I'm like, well, they're doing pretty well. Why don't I buy my own properties now? So that was the kind of the beginning of everything. So maybe after a few years and then appraising, I took my first investment property, and then that was it. It's been 24, 25 years now. So
Wow. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. And I mean, with the appraising business, I mean, you know all about what loans you qualify for and, what markets are hot. So, I mean, I feel like that's such a natural progression to go into investing after that.
well, yeah, we added over the years. My wife and I added a mortgage brokerage too, because um, part of it is, we can kind of get the best pricing for our own loans, but the uh, the value that we bring to the investors is that we have so many different options from the lending side. Obviously, there's all the traditional things. We don't do any of we do rehab stuff, but not the kind of stuff you guys do with 100% financing. But then we were kind of early adapters into early adopters of the DSCR programs and things like that. So yeah, it's kind of been a like being an investor and always looking for ways to acquire properties where you don't always just go in with your 20% down and find a tenant and get a property manager, has always been the trick, So, that was also sort of progressed out of being an investor, trying to get into the financing part of it and help other people too. So,
Right.
yeah, there's just a lot of different, got a couple little things back here, but yeah, we have like 7 or 8 different licenses and,
Right.
various state. So yeah, it's kind of basically we just do CE all year long. But yeah, it's been an interesting kind of a transformation from one thing to like 4 or 5 different things now.
Yeah, definitely. And with your own investment portfolio, what markets are you looking at right now? What are kind of the hot markets that you're interested in?
Well, I like I love Phoenix. It's just got so much. Now, 25 years ago, there wasn't much here. I mean, it was, vacation. People come here for vacation and like medical treatments, and but it's grown so much with the chip manufacturers and you name it. There's just so much industry here now that's not so related to the travel, and it's not a boom and bust town like it probably was 50 years ago. So
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
I like it here. I've been in and out of the Austin market, more of the periphery of Austin, Elgin, if you've ever heard of that little town. Spokane, Washington has been great. Denver has come and gone from, being to having good value, but Phoenix just has like so much opportunity still because of how big it is and just how diverse the marketplace is. Ultra luxury to, big starter homes and everything in between. So it's good here. I hate to say dabble, but looked around in Ocala, Florida before, and it was too far away for me.
Right.
Atlanta area was another one, but I just kind of decided to stay on the West Coast. And Washington State is great, and then Texas is all right too. Get Texas and taxes. That's the trick. There is the property taxes. So, um, but then they all have their own little idiosyncrasies. But as far as right here, low property taxes,
Yeah.
easy transactions. I mean, title agencies are very sophisticated, and realtors are, which I am also a realtor. Realtors are mostly really professional, so there's not a whole lot of shysters, or they stand
Yeah.
out if they're there. So yeah, it's a healthy market right here.
Yeah, I mean, you're a realtor, you're a mortgage broker, an investor, appraiser. Like you have such good, well-rounded experience. I would imagine your portfolio is very impressive. The stuff that you know, choose to invest in. I know that you're big on the midterm rentals right now. Can you talk about that opportunity and why that's appealing to you?
Well, yeah, the Airbnb thing has been, I think people thought it was easy money, and uh, but it's really hard going. I imagine I've never done a 2, 3 night rental place where you go in there cleaning it and having, all the expense. I have some friends that's their whole thing. They have 7 or 8 of those properties, and they just manage them from afar, and they do great. But they had to buy them. They had to buy the properties, just right, so that they don't have huge exposure on mortgages or whatever. But yeah, for me, we've got this particular. You have to buy just the right property. Like our best ones are. I waited 13 years to buy the darn thing because I want them to come on the market. But there are these places on this one golf course here that I just had my eye on forever and ever. And we finally got into this development, like 3 years ago. Rehab these time capsule places that were built in the mid 70s and look like, our grandparents, places we were little kids. And, but they're right on the golf course. And I do 30, 60, 90, 120, 180 day, terms with people, and never anything shorter than a month. And, it's you get really quality, uh, occupants, and
Hmm.
they pay a premium, and it's uh it's a lot of paperwork with the lease writing, but I don't care. Uh, I I like it a lot. So it's a hybrid of uh regular long term buy and hold, which I've done for years and years,
Right.
and short term. It's a hybridization of those. There's furnished midterm rentals, yeah, is what they are, and it's a good market because you can have it vacant sometimes. I mean, maybe even
Right.
like 30 or 40% a year, but the wear and tear is just like minimal compared to the people moving their stuff in and out every
Right.
6 or 12 months. So yeah, it's good. It's a good just it's for the patient investor though. Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine, but it does seem like the best of kind of all worlds because I mean, every type of rental has its challenges. You can't get out without any challenges. But yeah, I mean, you have the income of 30 plus days, but yeah, you don't fall to kind of the needing to book a bunch of reservations, and that can, I'm sure, get very stressful.
That's got to be horrible. Yeah, I mean, we have our cleaners go there. They're there. The second somebody gets out, and we go in and we do all the sterilization and stuff. And then I don't have to go back to the property sometimes for, months and months. And it's a really, it's a, I never thought much about, well, it didn't exist when I started doing this, but as compared to what I see people go through with the real short-term rentals, and compared to what I know about longer-term rentals, it's a cool market, cool segment of the market for me.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you've
And
been
it's
in
a
the
nice
game
dog
for
house.
I'm sorry.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
I said, if I ever get in trouble around here, it's a decent doghouse for me to go to.
Right.
If it's
Right.
vacant for a couple of days.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Well, you've been in the game for a really long time, so I'm sure you've seen all the market ups and downs. What's your perspective of kind of where we're at right now?
well, I'm glad that I think we got through the worst of times right now. I've been doing this a really, really long time. It feels like longer than it really is, but this last 3+ years has been like the most consistently depressing market. And the interest rates haven't helped. They went too low too fast back in 2021. And then the swing back was horrible, so everybody got that mentality that if I don't have a 2.25% mortgage, I'm not going to get a mortgage. And now they're like, okay, I've got my 2.25% mortgage and I've got tons of credit card debt at 29%. So 5.9 doesn't look too bad right now. So I think we're through the trough, and I feel it from the mortgage applications that we get in. I've got buyers calling me from buyers and sellers for my realty practice that have been on the sidelines for a while, especially buyers. And then the appraisal volume has changed a lot for the good. And I only do almost exclusively luxury and ultra luxury appraisals now, as far as residential stuff goes. And that part of the market is a good indicator of how things are everywhere else, and it's showing a big pickup again. And it's only been kind of a drag for about a year. The rest of the market's been longer than that, but the luxury, I mean, really, really high end of the market is moving again, like right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here,
And each state, each county, region has kind of its own market. And it sounds like Phoenix is a
right.
great place to invest right now. I know that it's becoming kind of a hot spot with all the golf tournaments and stuff like that. People travel over there.
Oh,
Um,
here? Oh, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And summers can be rough anyway, because it's just hot. People don't want to be shoveling houses when it's 110 degrees out. But that's the time to buy them because nobody else is out. Look, so, um, but yeah, you're right. We have a huge swath of uh, the city here that's caters to that type of
right,
market. Some towns, some cities have, like I also do work in Denver. I'm still, as an appraiser, still licensed in Colorado. We do mortgages in Arizona and Colorado. Colorado's got a couple little pockets of the luxury market, but I'm talking about the Denver area. I'm not talking about Aspen, which is it's just a whole luxury market. But Phoenix, huge swath of land. That's all it is. So yeah, you're right about the golfers and the baseball players and whoever it
yeah,
is. They they're kind of like the barometer of where the rest of the market's headed.
absolutely. Well, I mean, yeah, that's so cool. And I like hearing optimism about the market. I do think we're in a pretty good buyer's market right now, for sure.
3 months ago, people don't want to talk to me.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know
um,
what's going on with the summer.
yeah. I would love to hear some of your tips to kind of wrap this up, like maybe some tips on what you look for in your investment properties, and kind of what makes you excited.
Well, probably like a lot of people, you want to look for the stuff that's like overlooked. I always things that have been on the market way too long. usually it's a matter of overpricing at the beginning. Sometimes people, I think, list too high because they are just uninformed. Sometimes they might be desperate and they need to sell that for that price and they're never going to get it. That's too bad. But the places where I find opportunity are these long exposure properties where at some point the levee has to break, right? I mean, and there's other stuff too where uh, cosmetics in in residential properties, as long as it's not, there's no structural stuff or mold or roof issues. I mean, I don't, the uglier the better because we don't, we don't sell, I sell opportunity and data analysis. I don't sell, the pretty carpet, the pretty kitchen. You can build a pretty carpet and a pretty kitchen. So yeah, buy them ugly. And sometimes too, little weird wrinkles that a seller might have some reason to want to have a long escrow. You can really get negotiating power, if whatever the reason is, they want to have to move their stuff across country and they don't want to close for 60 or 90 or 120 days. So what? Pay a little bit extra to lock your loan longer than normal, but you would way more than make up for it by getting a better price or paying a lower price for the property. So just find the kind of the unusual situations, and always make money when you buy. You get your money when you sell, but you only make your money when you buy. And yeah, just kind of be patient and find the weird ones, I guess. I say
Yeah.
weird, not too. You don't want a one
Not too,
bedroom house
yeah.
where everybody else has 5 bedrooms, but find the stuff that just looks like damaged goods on the market, but it's really not. That's the trick.
Yeah, definitely. And I think you highlighted a really important thing is patience. I think a lot of people are in a hurry to make money, especially when they're first starting out, but definitely worth it to wait and analyze the market and hop in when you're really ready.
Yeah, yeah, right. And if you don't, be more patient the less you know about the market. Like you could see a fix a flip from a mile away if you know what you're looking for. But if you have the other 500 people walk past it, and then you think, wow, I'm gonna make them. That you're not, So either be the first one there, or really be patient. And do it a different way.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think you've given some really good advice, good practical advice for people. Tell everyone where to find you and how to work with you in all these various industries that you're in.
Oh yeah, well, like I said, we deal in uh, the mortgage industry, Colorado and Arizona, the appraisal and realty industry here in Arizona. And I can I give my phone number and stuff? I mean, does it matter? Yeah, my direct number is 480-529-0869. I have a couple of websites. One is my first name, MATT at MATTVASICEK.com, Matt at MattVasicek.com. Oh, I'm sorry. That's my email address, but MattVasicek.com is my website. Another website is appraiserphx.com. Just that's more of a website that I use for dealing with estate attorneys, people like that. But it talks about all the appraisal aspects. And then our mortgage brokerage is at expertmortgagefinancing.com because we couldn't find a longer website name. So, but yeah, that's how to get a hold of us. And yeah, I'd love to help people. Like I said, the thing I know about the what place that we find that we can really help people is analyzing transactions just really, really, really fast. What's the rent? What are all the other costs? And then what are the costs of the
Right.
financing part of it and everything else? So yeah, but the speed, be quick or be dead, right? And uh, we I sell um, efficiency that it analyze the transaction.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for being here, Matt.
Okay, well, thank you, yeah, for having
And thank you everyone for listening. Hope you got some great inspiration for your own business and some advice that maybe you can look at things a little bit differently. And please reach out to Matt. He's got a lot to offer. He's in a lot of different areas where he can help. So thank you everyone for listening, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.